Monday the 13th of July. Good evening, Darwin. Good evening, Joe.
Hey, Pat.
Evening, boys.
Another edition of SportsView, and we're seeing me out live on our LinkedIn, our YouTube channel, and you can comment straight in here to the program. We're down to the last four in the World Cup. My gosh, already. France, Spain tomorrow night, and there's some other team playing Wednesday night. Oh yeah, it's England and Argentina Wednesday night. It's not a rerun of the Falkland Islands. It's just a soccer match for people who might be worried about it. But anyway.
I'm not sure about that.
We wish all the 14s the best of luck. We're going to start off with soccer, Joe and Derwin. Well, France and Spain tomorrow night is the first up semi-final. I think they were the expected teams to meet in that side of the draw, and I think it has worked out all right that way. I suppose, they've been two most consistent sides on that side of the draw. I think anyway. What do you think?
Yeah, I'd say so. They're certainly the two most talented teams, maybe in the whole World Cup, and maybe they're making a match too early, really, because it would be a fantastic final to watch them in that. I mean, the last time they played, and it was a 5-4 game. So and both teams are fantastic.
Yeah.
Attacking wise, and can be had a little bit defensively. I think can be caught. So
Yeah.
it's going to be a very, very, very interesting game.
And then we have another match on Wednesday night, Darwin, between England and France, and England and Argentina. How do you see that going?
I, 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 I can't call it, to be honest. I think you've got your brain saying one thing, you've got your heart saying another, haven't you? I just think. I mean, if England play really well and they're due for a good game for a change, as in, I think they played all right against Norway in matches, and I think they've played like that really since the Croatia game. They've played in patches, haven't they?
Yeah. I think this man is the secret.
I've just got this bizarre feeling in my bones, and I hope it doesn't happen. But I've just got a feeling one of those Argentinian players is going to go after him like there's no tomorrow. And they're good in the black arts, aren't they, Joe?
Yeah, they are. I was just going to say, I think that for me the hardest part is to watch is going to be the fact that they're going to try and intimidate England and get players booked and sent off and what have you, and that England will lose their discipline and will have something daft happen, and that's my only fear of it. But I think to be honest, I think England are grown into this tournament.
Yeah, they have,
and they're pretty solid. And if they can do what they've been doing and what we talked about before, Bellingham now is starting to come to the fore, and he's starting to make runs in behind Harry Kane when Kane drops off. I think the biggest call is going to be who he plays on the outside. I think his decision to play Anthony Gordon was a game changer for England. Anthony Gordon has been great. He's worked his butt off up and down the field, and he's made some great contributions offensively. And I think that's great. Noni Manduke, I don't think he was the right player to take in the beginning.
No.
I don't like the way he's playing. There's every time the ball seems to go to him, it stops and comes back.
Yeah.
And to be fair, Saka is the same thing. I mean, he hasn't taken anybody on down the line or forced somebody and then a quick cut back and whipping in crosses. There's been none of that happening from the right hand side for England.
No, Gordon has done all
My
that document.
my worry about Saka is I don't think he's very good at defending.
No, he's not.
And I think if you're going to play that role that Tuchel plays, he's got to have like you just said about Gordon. To me, Gordon puts a stint in that is at both ends of the pitch.
Yeah.
Yes, he does.
And I don't think he's scared about having a tackle either.
No, he's not.
I think Saka is more of a person who just wants to go forward, doesn't really want to get involved in the nitty-gritty at the back. And I think we've got enough issues at the back, whether it's right back or left back, that they need those wingers to come back and help them, don't they?
Yeah,
Yeah, they do.
I think
I
I think Thomas Tuchel has proved to be an astute tactician up to now, and I think after the Mexican game, which was a shocking game from a refereeing viewpoint, it was an appalling game, and they were lucky to get out of that. That was England. I think that the refereeing of Argentina in this World Cup is plain for anybody with two eyes to see what they've got away with in the World Cup is, to me, bordering on corruption. I'm not calling it corruption, but it's bordering on it. It's just
that VAR decision against Egypt. I mean, it went through 7 phases. He went back 7 phases for that
Yeah.
VAR ruling. And then when Egypt has it, they ignore it. VAR doesn't even phone the ref to say, you want to have a look at this? And to me, there's too much being built up about Messi's last World Cup and Messi this and Messi that. I'm not saying there's favouritism, but I think I'd like to know who the 2 referees are going to be for these 2 semi-finals.
well, I'll tell you, for the Mexican game, he had three or four South American officials in charge of the Mexican game against England, which well, this is what your man said about it.
Referee is not good enough. Force officials are not good enough.
What did you make of some of the refereeing decisions?
It's just not good enough. Referees are just not good enough. Force officials are just not good enough. That's the bottom line. VAR today, I think did I see that right? That 3 people at the VAR from South America in a match like this. I think so. I saw this before the match. I might be, but if this is what I saw, if this is correct, it's just VAR overturns. This is a clear and obvious error for the mistake, for the penalty, for sure not. VAR gets involved. He didn't even give the foul. He didn't even overturn a yellow into a red. They overturn a situation where he doesn't even give a foul. No, referee is not good enough. Force officials are not good enough.
Well, that to me, I mean, he couldn't be any stronger than that because, as you know, they're a protected species, referees. You know, so if he said anything untoward about the referee, he'd be facing a suspension or something like that. Anyway, you know, they're very quick suspending managers, but not players. And Messi has been protected in many of the games. He should have been sent off in one of the games, as we know, for the horrific foul of one of the players.
Well, I think in the Swiss game, he should have been sent off.
Yeah, he should.
I mean, did you see the incident where the referee is telling him to get back 10 yards?
Yeah.
And then after his fingers in the referee's face, and tell him, "Don't you disrespect me." If you do that on a Saturday afternoon anywhere around, you're walking.
You're down the tunnel.
You're walking. And that's the end
Well,
of it. So,
I mean, it's a reflection of the character of the player, you know. This was a reflection of his makeup, you know.
who does he think he is? He doesn't have to go back 10 yards, like the laws say.
No.
Yeah. So, and if you're not making the attempt, the referee is perfectly within his rights till you get back. So, you know, I will say this much, and it's very easy to blame referees. You know, and when they go to VAR, we criticize it, and when they don't go to VAR, we criticize it. So it's a very tough position to be in in that. And I mean, no referee wants the reputation of being the guy that gave it up for Messi, and enabled Argentina. I think the things that happened, uh, I mean, the one in the game that you were just talking about there, Darwin,
The
yeah,
Egypt game.
the Egypt game, yeah. Uh, I I think that after a certain time,
Yeah.
it goes. But here's the question for you, right? In rugby, if there's a foul, how many phases of play will they go through until it finishes, and then they'll have a look at it when the ball goes dead,
Yeah,
and then
that's true.
we'll take it back.
Yeah,
So I mean, in one game it's fine, in another game it's not. I mean, the fact is, if the referee missed the foul, he missed the foul, and that's what VAR is there for.
yeah,
The same thing with the Swiss guy the other night. He tackles Paredes from the back after the ball is gone. It's a yellow card, right? Then Paredes is behind him and he throws himself to the ground, right? And VAR is perfectly within their rights to get involved because the referee gave Paredes a yellow card. So it's mistaken identity. He didn't deserve the yellow card because he never touched him.
that's
So
right.
return that, and now you give the foul to Argentina for simulation, then the end result is for diving is a yellow card. So uh, I mean that we know that in other games they've let guys get away with diving and what have you. The thing that irritated me was Paredes on the far side at one point, Argentina defending. Paredes comes through and wins the ball and clears it. And he stays on his feet and sees where the ball went and then crumbles to the ground in agony. Now, that to me is a yellow card.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah.
That's feigning injury when he wasn't injured. He never got touched in that whole thing. So, I suppose you could argue the toss about everything, but, you know,
No, but Joe, something as blatant as that.
yeah,
Argentina are consistently getting away with things like that. Messi threw himself down the ground right in front of the penalty area, outside the box, and there was no foul in him, nothing, no foul. He lost the ball, stayed up, and he threw himself down the ground.
but
For free.
okay, so I'll play devil's advocate here just for a second, right? So, do we really believe that Colina met with Infantino and the two of them said, we want Argentina to win this World Cup? And the president of FIFA turns to Colina and says, you need to get your referees and officials on board here. So he goes into a room with 100 officials, maybe, and he says, guys, we've got to make sure Argentina wins this. Do you think none of those referees have got integrity? That they wouldn't be insulted by somebody saying that to them? Certainly we would, as players. If somebody came to me and said, hey, we're going to throw a match today, I'd tell them, you know what you can do with yourself.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't personally think it's as blatant as that.
Yeah.
But I do think there's a little bit of
Favoritism.
I want to say favoritism, but they're very lenient towards the Argentinians.
Yeah, we could say that. You can say that.
The Egyptian goal that was disallowed. I mean, again, they went back for that one, and it was shirt tugging.
Yeah,
and that was exactly the same thing that Argentina didn't get tagged for. And you kind of just go, it can't you can't be that inconsistent. If I pull your shirt, Joe, and I get a foul for it, it's a foul. If
Yeah.
you pull mine and nothing happens, how's that right? That
Right.
can't be right.
But the thing that does me in is that, and I agree with you, right? I agree with you. But the thing that does me in is that when they give a free kick for shirt pulling, and they're both shirt pulling.
Yeah.
So how does one player get it and the other doesn't? Now I can see it being the blind side of the referee and what have you, the whole thing, but it should be. I mean, it should be just very, very simple for everybody. You
Yeah.
talk about it's a yellow.
England had 2 goals struck out against Norway, remember? One for a push in the box before the corner was taken. Remember that one?
Yeah, but I think that's with Anderson and Haaland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But all that pushing and shoving, they before this World Cup, they were clamping down on all of this, weren't they? There was
So what
going to
they
be
say?
going to be no wrestling. There was nothing was like that was going to be happening. That's not true. That's still happening. And to me, whether that happens before the corner's taken or while the corner's taken,
I must hand it to the English defence. They completely blotted Haaland out of the match. He was irrelevant to Norway in the match against England. I was watching that. He was totally irrelevant.
I mean, was the Norwegian goal a bit lucky?
Yes.
Yes. Was it really a shot? Probably not.
Don't know.
Was Pickford to blame?
Yes.
Because he pulled his hand away. And again, like in the papers over here and on the radio and stuff, they're saying, he got completely lost his point in the goal mouth. He didn't quite know where he was in position wise. And you kind of go, yeah, but if it's that close, surely you'd want to tip it over the bar or tip it out, wouldn't you?
You would.
If it's that close, which it clearly was because it went in.
Yeah.
Right.
You'd think like a first-rate goalkeeper would have gone, I'm not taking the chance and I'll tip it over.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'll give a corner away or whatever. But I'll tell you the other thing, and I know we're going a little bit off track here. I'm old enough to remember some of the best goalkeepers that we could all name. And if I just named two, and if I just said Gordon Banks and Pat Jennings, I can't remember watching those two as a kid, and as older, being Pat Jennings being that bit older than Gordon Banks, or younger than Gordon Banks. I can't remember when they stopped catching the ball. They punched it rarely. Would you agree with that, Joe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I watched that the Belgian goalkeeper.
Courtois.
Courtois.
And you're like, why aren't you catching the ball? Why are you palming it into the middle of the penalty box?
Yeah, it's stupid.
I don't get it. They're goalkeepers. They're allowed to catch the ball.
Yeah.
And the amount of times that I mean, it's rare now when you see somebody shoot and they catch it. They're always palming it away, and you're like, you're allowed to catch it. What's your problem? Catch it.
True.
I can't remember Pat Jennings doing that. And I might be wrong, but I think they caught it 9 times out of 10, didn't they, Joe?
Yeah,
I would say so, yeah.
And the amount of goals you think of the goals. I wouldn't say Lemons, where he basically fluffed it and lost control of the ball, and Bellingham stepped in. I don't think he was palming that away. He just lost control of the ball, didn't he?
He did, yeah.
Who was that? Lemons?
Lemons, yeah.
Well, it came off the ground just in front of him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was
He was trying to catch it, wasn't he?
Yeah. And I think the guy that hit it had put a little bit of top spin on it because it was far enough out that he was able to get top spin on it and get it up and down and
yeah.
hitting the ground and what have you. So I'd be very, very. I wouldn't be critical of Lemons for that.
No.
I would
No,
not.
But
Well,
I mean, what I'd be more critical of is why did Belgian guys let him come up the middle and get shot off?
yeah.
You know, that
That's
I'd
true,
be
is it?
where,
I think
because
I
he was
think
a centre back. He's a centre half.
I think Harry Kane will have to have a better game now Wednesday night. He had a poor game against Norway.
He did have a poor game, but I spoke to a mate of mine who lives in Miami, an English lad from up in Liverpool, and he went to the game, and he said it was unbearable in the stands, let alone playing
When was that game played in
Miami.
in Hard Rock in Miami.
Miami? Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it was. He said it was like if you threw in the humidity factor. The humidity
Yeah.
was something like 80%, and the temperature with the humidity was into the low 40s. And like he said, it's just as a fan standing in the terraces, he said we were sweating buckets and we were just watching.
Yeah.
And you sit there, and I think a lot of the England players were a little bit off it.
They were.
I think that was just to do with the weather. If I'm just guessing.
Well, when you think now back, England played Mexico above altitude, and they played in Miami, and they won both matches. It's a testament to how fit they are.
Yeah, I mean, like Bellingham said, sometimes you just got to win ugly, haven't you?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, tournament football is about winning.
Yeah.
You know,
That's
that's
how
the
it
end
is.
of it.
Let's face it, Joe. If we're sitting here on Monday next week, and I'm sitting in Trafalgar Square watching the cup being waved around while I'm talking to you,
It's not going to matter, right?
who's going to give a toss?
Yeah,
Nobody.
that's the thing with it. I mean, that's the thing with it. Nobody kind of. You only ever remember the
The
eventual winners. You know, you don't remember the beginning. I watched an interesting documentary last night. Brazil 70.
Oh, is it? What's it on?
It's on Netflix, and it's a film that recreated everything about the '97 World Cup. And
Was that the one? Was that the one with the politics as well? The presidency as well. I think I saw that.
That's the one with where Pele plays a bit of
yeah, where Brazil beat Italy in the final.
yeah.
4-1, and there was so much.
Pele wasn't supposed to go to that World Cup.
No, they got talked into it,
The
didn't they?
president of Brazil went to see him. I saw that film. Yeah, I
Yeah.
saw it.
So it's a series. There's like 5 different,
Yeah.
4 or 5 different ones, but it's really interesting to watch it and see the uncertainty in the camp, how they changed the coaches from Zaldana to was Zagallo, and how they had to adjust and what have you, and then all the negative stuff they were getting from the press back home, and then they had to play Uruguay, and the whole thing about Uruguay was the ghost of 1950.
Yeah,
When Uruguay beat them 2-0
That's
or
right.
2-1 in the Maracana. And so it was really interesting that the way the Brazilian players are portrayed in there and what have you. It was just an interesting documentary. But you're right. I mean, at the end of the day, no one remembers, what some of the games were like. All they remember is holding up the cup at the end of it.
that's the picture. Yeah, that's the picture.
And then, you're talking about England there playing in Miami, but Norway had to play in Miami as well.
Yeah.
And Norway,
I think a lot of the players on both teams struggled a little bit.
yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. It's. I mean, I saw. I saw a thing on Facebook, just a photograph that Ireland were playing Holland in. I think it was in Miami as well, and one of the lads had come over to the touchline. I'm not sure which one it was. They're getting drinks and what have you, and they had bags of water and ice water around, so they could put it on their heads and what have you. And there might have been a water break back then. I'm not sure what it was, but one of the players has gone back onto the field, and Jack is throwing his bottle of water on top of him to cool him down.
That was Steve Staunton, I think. Steve.
Yeah, it was Steve Staunton.
He suffered, man. He had to be taken off. He was out of gas. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, it's really interesting the way it it's playing out. I mean, you'd have to say that maybe the 4 best teams are in the semi-final.
Yeah, that's what they were saying, that the top 4 teams have made the semi-final.
Yeah.
When I looked at the draw in the master sheet, I'm not saying I had them all right, but I had France and Spain on that side is coming out, and on the other side, I had England and Argentina because they looked to be foreign teams for some reason. Man United signed Santos today. You read that, Dublin?
Yeah.
From Chelsea for 48 million. Looks like they're about to sign Tielemans as well from Aston Villa. Yeah. What do you think of that?
I get the Santos thing. I'm not sure about Tielemans, to be honest. But
I'm trying. To be honest, I'm struggling with the Santos one. I really don't remember him playing a big part for Chelsea. I mean, it's not a guy who stood out to me.
I think at Chelsea he was in and out, in and out all the time, wasn't he?
Yeah.
I don't think he got a fair run at it. So, but
that's not to say he's not a good player. I mean, I'm surprised at Tielemans, to be honest.
Yeah. I don't understand the Tielemans one.
I don't. I mean, he's a good player. Don't get me wrong, and I like him, but
does he play midfield?
Yeah, he's a midfield player. Yeah.
And Santos is midfield, is he?
I don't see him being the missing link for United to win the league.
No.
Well, no, it depends, of course, how they will develop the rest of the year.
Go on.
Now, if you want to, I'm just watching the lads here. If you want to make a comment into the studio on the program, feel free to do so. Rugby Union, the new tournament in Rugby Union continued over the weekend, with New Zealand beating Italy 47-17, Australia losing to France 26-42, Ireland beat Japan 36-20, England beat Fiji 73-8, and South Africa beat Scotland 42-28. The score doesn't reflect the game, in my opinion. I saw a lot of that game, and Scotland played very well. I think they did. And Argentina beat Wales 35-21. So now the next weekends of games will decide the placings of the teams and all of that. I didn't look into it much, but...
Did you see any of it?
Huh?
Did you watch any of it?
I watched the Scotland South Africa match.
Because the Argentina-Wales game was fantastic.
Yeah, I watched the Ireland-Japan game. Japan played very well. Japan were a good, nice team.
Wales could have scored 4 more tries.
Yeah.
Just tiny, not errors, but tiny little things. When you, like the rub of the green's not going your way.
Yeah.
One of the, what's his name? Is it Josh Adams, is it? His foot was in touch. But when you kind of go, oh, really? Was that really in touch? When you watch like the tennis yesterday and they're like 1 millimeter
out. Yeah.
His side of his boot was you know when you look at something and you go, "Oh, I'm not sure that it." Oh, really? And you know when you go, like my brain was like, "Oh, benefit of doubt's got to be with the guy going forwards,"
Give the score. Yeah.
and little things like that. But they look pretty good, to be honest.
Now Ireland are playing New Zealand next weekend, lads. If you're not, I didn't
That'd
see
be
the
a game and
times.
I think
Huh?
that could be a game and a half. That
Thanks, Christy. Christy's enjoying it. Well done, lads. Now the other thing about it is this. In cricket, cricket briefly, Darwin, England are looking for a coach and a captain.
yeah,
Brendan McCallum is gone. He was sacked as a test coach, and as we know, Ben Stokes. I said spent too long in the nightclub today. Anyway,
yeah,
Ben
he's
Stokes.
gone.
Ben
But they're
Stokes.
after
Ben Stokes is as well.
they're after Andy Flowers to come.
Well, Brendan McCallum's record was pretty good.
Yeah, he's much more of a
He,
white ball game.
he had
coach,
40. He had 49 games. He won 27, lost 20, and drew 2 under his stewardship.
I think if you're going to be an England cricket manager, there's only one test you really need to win:
Ashes.
the Ashes. As for all the other stuff, I think you could.
And this is it here, lads,
Yeah.
up on the screen. That's what the Ashes looks. The trophy looks like. That is.
The only thing that England cricket is, and I shouldn't say England because it's England and Wales cricket,
Yeah.
but you do sit there and kind of go, you know, they were talking about it this morning on 5 Live on BBC.
Yeah.
They were saying about that McCullum was a little bit too much with the players and sort of being one of the boys and all the discipline thing was a little bit not his scene. You know, this curfew was put in by the test.
Where is he from? Is he English?
Kiwi.
Oh yeah.
So he wasn't a disciplinarian, which is what Andy Flowers will be, as well as Andy. But what they're arguing now about is Andy Flowers has got 3 franchises that he manages, and he gets paid so much money that they're saying to tempt him back into England, you'd have to pay him silly amounts of money. And does he want to be on the road constantly with England cricket on tour?
Would it be fair to say in England and Wales that the national game is cricket?
No, it's a summer game. It's the national summer game.
Yeah.
But football's the game for England,
Yeah.
isn't it? Joe?
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Pat's going to say about tennis next, isn't he?
Yeah.
But
Oh no, the
I'll tell
Dover
you,
one.
before we go too far away from the World Cup and stuff, I was telling Pat earlier on, Joe, the Argentinians have gone to FIFA today to say this is the 40 years or 50-year anniversary of Hand of God or something,
Yeah.
and that they should be allowed to wear their Argentine home strip because they're the away team, and to tell England to wear their away strip as England are the home team. And
Well, two I think.
If I remember that correctly, Argentina played in blue.
the blue and white stripes.
No, were they in blue and white stripes for that
Blue
game?
and white stripes, yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to think of that because they wore a royal blue shirt that one.
Remember the Falklands. Remember the Falklands.
I mean, they were. I mean, it was funny. They were going on today on the radio that Lineker sent a text out saying about this relationship with Argentina goes back to '66 with Ratin and all the rest of it. And then you got Simeone and Beckham.
Yeah.
And in between those two, you had the Falklands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's throwing that into the hat, and they're kind of now giving him all kinds of crap about you should be out with comments like that.
The Open is coming up next weekend, so it'll be over next Monday night when we're on here. But another one of the ladies' Grand Slams was on over the weekend in Switzerland. Is it the
Yeah.
Evian Golf? It was a playoff between Hayden Rue and Brooke Anderson. Now, Brooke Anderson, I watched the end of the tournament. Brooke Anderson had a hole in one and two. What's the minus
Eagles.
three? Two what?
2 Eagles, 2 under.
She had a total of four eagles altogether on the
Right.
par fives and a hole in one, and she still lost in the playoff. You know, but she was just fantastic. Brooke Henderson. They both finished at minus 19, but Hayden Roy won it at minus in the playoff, the first playoff hole, because Brooke went wayward off to the left, and she had to lay up with her second shot, so that stymied her. You know, she had to chip in to force it on her, but she failed to do so. But back to form again for her, very good. And then the Scottish Open, Steve Fish won that in a playoff as well. Steve Fish. No, that's the ISCO golf, I beg your pardon. In the Scottish Open, Tom Kim had his first win in 3 years, and he won it at minus 17. And he's looking well for the Open next weekend, but Tom Kim won that Scottish Open, and McIlroy finished it at minus 12, 5 strokes behind. But he had a good tournament, McIlroy, as well.
Yeah, he did. And McIntyre fell away a little bit.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's the big one this week, isn't it? Birkdale.
Well, my euro is on Nicholas Hoyard.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my euro on him now. Got there first. I'm not an expert. The Wimbledon finished. Oh, I must say, I know we seem to be giving you a lot. I seem to be giving you a lot, but I must say, it was. I know, Joe. Wait, deep breath. The coverage of Wimbledon on BBC is a sight to behold. I don't know. I looked at the dictionary today. I have no word for it except it was appalling. The coverage of Wimbledon by the BBC, and the sooner they take it away from the BBC, they get more viewership on it as well. You know, it's just it was just appalling altogether. Anyway,
Well, I wasn't expecting that, Joe. I was expecting something to do with Sinner.
I was the same way.
That's taken me back.
the ladies open.
I was going to make the sign the cross there when he stopped.
I know, yeah. Find another vein.
So how had the BBC gone so bad at covering Wimbledon? Because at one time it was the only event of the week that was covered. I mean, I remember being back when I was at Leicester and we'd be watching it.
Well, one of the saving graces of the Wimbledon, in my opinion, was that 10 of the British players were beaten on the first day, which meant we didn't have to look at no hopers for the whole week. You know, it was just appalling, the coverage. You know,
Allegedly.
Anyway, allegedly. Thank you.
That's the first one of
The
the
ladies' open was contested by two Czech players, Laskova, 21-year-old, and Muskova. And it went to 3 sets, and she won it in the third set. And she has a great backstory. The girl that won it, if people want to look it up and read it on the website, it's a great backstory there, Laskova. She lost her mum there a couple of years ago, and her dad, I'd like to talk to him a lot more. He looked a real character, you know. That's the man I'd like to talk to, you know.
Train driver.
Yeah, but more than that. Anyway, the BBC didn't see fit to. He probably didn't have enough money to be on the BBC, you know. And anyway,
I think BBC are just struggling with everything. I mean, the football coverage with BBC
it's abysmal.
is nothing like ITV.
No.
And it said to me 10 years ago, 15 years ago, I wouldn't have watched ITV because at one time with that England game on Wednesday night would have been on both channels.
Yes.
The FA Cup would have been on both channels.
Yes, it would.
And you wouldn't watch ITV; you'd always watch BBC. And I think they've done a complete switch, and it's not sexist. It's nothing about being women on there, but I think the days of where you had, Bob Wilson running it for Match of the Day, or
You mean where's the bloke?
you had
Where's the bloke?
and you had, Mark Lawrenson, and you had people who played the game doing
The BBC, I watched them. They had two women on at the half time out in the field, talking to each other.
yeah.
And it was just, I know what they're having a fashion chat about their dresses and their shoes in the middle of a World Cup game. It's just appalling, though.
I think it's just that they've gone way too much the other way now.
Yeah. Where did you get your hair done? I was waiting for them. What hairdressers were you in this morning?
I'm not saying that Karen Carney can't talk about football, and the ex-Chelsea manager, I think she's brilliant when she does some of her analysis.
Yeah, two sugars.
But when you sit there and go, you've got Keane. I'm not sure about Patrick Vieira being on it for ITV.
No.
Gary Neville. I thought when the ex Tottenham manager
And the insufferable Michael Richards. Oh my
I
God!
can't cope with him.
They should put him into a box, really.
I'm not sure about him at all. I don't quite see where he fits in. He wasn't that great a player, was he?
As I mentioned him, Darwin, as you don't like him.
Alan Shearer said he shouldn't start for England. Morgan Rogers is a fantastic player. I suggested...
And came on and did really, really well and made the goal.
Yeah, but I suggested the potential could start together. He could play up the leg, Morgan Rogers. But he said Jude Bellingham... Yes, I'm going to say it again. Jude Bellingham should not start for England. He's the number one pundit at BBC, by the way.
Taxpayers' money as well. It's taxpayers' money.
They want the money back. Hurry up and get back here, will you? So you can defend yourself.
Just slagging off Alan Shearer, who said Jude Bellingham shouldn't be taken to the World Cup. My God.
Who said
Alan Shearer.
Alan Shearer.
He's on the BBC coverage.
Oh, really?
The men's tennis final was contested between Yannick Sinner and
here we go.
and he won by 3-1. Zverev won the first set 7-6. I watched the first set. I watched a bit of the second set, and then I threw my hat at it after that. Had a nice scream after that. But the Open won again. There you go. 6-4, 6-4, 6-4, 6-7, 7-6, 6-3, 6-4. Another win for them. The Tour de France, the last 18 miles of the stage was cancelled yesterday because of the intense heat of 40 plus degrees. Can you imagine cycling a bike at 40 degrees, full belt? Oh my goodness me. They must have had oxygen tanks. But anyway, that genius of a cyclist from Slovenia, Tadej Pogacar, is leading the Tour de France, and from his rival, who was expected to be his rival, Jonas Vingegaard, a great cyclist. He's 2 minutes, 42 seconds behind him, but it looks like the Pogacar's race again, He's just a phenomenal...
They are phenomenal athletes, aren't they?
Oh, I don't know how they do it, Jeepers.
I mean, they haven't got to the mountains yet, have they?
No, they're going in now tomorrow. Today is the rest day. They're going in there tomorrow, I think.
Because there's one of the mountains. It's I don't know if you remember it a few years ago where Chris Froome couldn't actually pedal it anymore. It was too steep, and he got off and ran with the bike up the hill.
Yeah.
And I can't remember the name of it, but it's like a famous, everybody. If you ride a bike,
are you allowed to do that? Are you allowed to run with your bike?
Yeah. as long as the bike's with you,
Yeah.
run it on your own, leave your bike behind, but you've got to take the bike with you. But it was so steep that he didn't have a low enough gear to turn the wheel to go up the hill. It was that steep.
Wow.
Then he ran it for a while, and then literally got back on the bike and you know when you're watching someone trying to push a pedal and it's like it's jammed. That's what it was like. You know, you're just like, Jesus, how hard is this? But I mean, I will always remember that. But I'll try and remember where that mountain is, because it's like if you're going to watch one day of the Tour de France, that's the one to watch, because they do it for about 160 kilometers, and then they go up this what you can only describe as a vertical hill, and the finish is at the top of it.
Well, the next big sporting event in Britain for yourself, Derwin, is the Commonwealth Games. Commonwealth Games will be on in Edinburgh, I think, is hosting the Commonwealth Games. 72 countries, and they'll be on the 23rd of this month, I think, 23rd of this month. So if you're people into athletics,
There's that many countries in the Commonwealth?
apparently
72?
so, you know. Apparently the 73 still have the Queen on their pound or whatever they have it on, or the King, you know, on their pound, you know.
We're getting into geopolitics now.
It must be a terrible national anthem. God save our King, kisses behind. I mean, it's a terrible national anthem.
No, I'm not getting drawn on this.
Let's
Yeah,
get back.
yeah, no, yeah.
Let's-
Don't buy it.
uh,
Whatever you do, don't buy
I'm
it.
taking
No.
the Fifth Amendment on this one.
It should be the land of my father, shouldn't it?
I personally think it should be Jerusalem, but there you go.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Yeah. Yeah.
What will the people of London say about that?
Oh, that would go down a treat, wouldn't it?
Isn't it?
Well,
So what do they want the national anthem to be? Land of Hope and Glory?
Yeah, that's what they keep thinking it should be.
Yeah.
So then I'm not going to get into this too much, but Sadiq Khan, if we had Jerusalem, he'd go mental.
yeah.
Oh, he'd go. Yeah, that'd be like. What
Isn't
about
he? Isn't his term? Isn't his term of?
Anthem as well? Then
Isn't his term up at the end of the year? Is it?
I hope so.
Huh?
I hope so. I wish somebody would go and sort him out.
Yeah. And the other
Hey,
fella,
no, this is getting really good now, isn't it?
yeah. And the other fella,
I've taken over the Pat Barry
Yeah.
handle there. I'll be getting death threats next.
no. Tomorrow night we have Francis Spain to look forward to. Tomorrow night, so we'll call it. Who'll call it? Joe, Francis Spain.
Whoa, that is a tough one. That is a real tough one.
Can't be on the fence.
I know I can't be on the fence. I'm going to go for Spain.
Darwin.
I'll go for France.
Yeah, I'd be for France since I put my pound note on them at the start for France to win it and Mbappe to be the lead scorer. And Wednesday night we have another one. It's between Argentina and a team in white, England.
I've got to go with my heart here, and I just hope we win.
England.
Yeah, well, no. What do you reckon? Do I sound Argentinian?
What do you think, Joe?
Yeah, I have to go for England as well. My cousins would kill me if I didn't.
I'll never talk to you again, Joe.
England to beat Argentina. England to beat Argentina 3-1.
Joe Waters related to the Malvinas.
Yeah, yeah.
A free holiday in the
Yeah, free holiday. Free
Speaking
holiday.
of which, we were watching the England game the other day, and I don't know if you saw it, but in one of the passages of play, there was the Union Jack, or no, the George Cross on the flag,
yeah.
and it was Grimsby Town
Yeah.
on it. Yeah. So
I didn't see that.
yeah. So I think it's great that all these people take those over there representing their own
Yeah,
communities.
yeah.
Well, there was an interesting stat of probably about 4 or 5 years ago, Joe, that if you took the England fan base, and this when you join, I'm a member of the England fan club. That's the only way you get tickets.
Right.
But when you do it, you also have to put down the team you support. But the England away travelling club is made up of nearly all Division 1, Division 2, Division 3 teams, as in fans. Hardly any Premier League fans, as in Tottenham fans or United fans.
Yeah, yeah.
The bulk is all from the lower leagues.
Interesting.
And this stat apparently correlates with the fact that the Premier League is so international.
Yeah.
So if you look at like United have got more Korean and Japanese.
Just true for right, Keegan. The prawn sandwiches brigade. Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, it's an interesting, like, sort of look at how you can turn stats any way you want, can't you?
You could say that the real football supporters are from Championship 1, 2, and 3.
If you look on Wednesday night when they pan round with all the England flags out, most of them you won't see many with Liverpool or Man United or Arsenal.
No, you won't know.
It's nearly all like you.
I saw one big one. I saw one big one from Portsmouth.
Yeah, it's literally all the lower leagues are where the fan base comes from.
All the real football people, you could say.
Yeah.
Anyway,
that's interesting. What interested me about this World Cup was seeing how many guys playing against each other from the same club.
Yeah.
It really is.
Now that we're down to the last four, what team, in your opinion, were most disappointing in the World Cup?
Most disappointing.
That you expected more from?
You'd have to say Brazil being one of them.
Yeah, I would say. But I sometimes wonder about that because we were talking about that and have Brazil lost that,
fear factor.
Yeah, fear factor and what have you. So I'd say them. I would have expected Brazil to be one of the teams in the semi-final at least.
And another team I thought that underperformed. I thought they were better than where they did was the Netherlands. I thought they were good, but
Germany.
Yeah.
They don't have a good team.
Do you think? Here's an interesting question for both of you. Then, do you think I can't believe Italy haven't played in a World Cup for ages.
Right.
Yeah.
And you sit there and you kind of go, are we looking through rose-tinted spectacles back to the heyday or the rest of it?
I think Italy were missed.
Is it because football's changed now and is much more of a global sport?
Yeah.
Whereas before we didn't see much of Bundesliga, did you?
No.
We used to get the Bundesliga here every Saturday. That was the first game I ever watched when I came to the US. It was a Bundesliga game, and it was Toby Smith was his name or something like that, and he used to bring a German game every Saturday, and but that was the extent of the soccer that you were getting here.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, I think there's two sides to the story that you're talking about there, because now there's so many foreign players, and I mean that with the the best intention. There's so many foreign players playing in the top leagues
Yeah.
around the world,
Yes.
and they're making their countries better, obviously, because they're playing at a higher level. But it's
Yes.
also diluting the talent from the home countries,
Yes, it is. And
and it takes away the places like
yeah,
for the Germans and what have you. I mean, you look at Germany when they were successful the last couple of World Cups, wherever they were, they had Turkish ancestry players
Yeah.
in
yes,
the team,
Ozil.
and they had other people as well. But and you look at the French team. I mean, the guy that played for Morocco against France, the
Played
number
under
6, I think it was.
Yeah.
He was the captain of the French under-21 team
Yeah.
last year.
Well, you know that
And he could have
Morocco.
played for 3 different countries.
He could, yeah.
So that
Good.
Morocco squad of 23 players,
Yeah,
22 of them play in France.
Yeah, but look at the English team. Bellingham, Rice, and Harry Kane could have played for Ireland.
I knew it was coming. It had to be a Jack Charlton comment.
oh yeah.
They could.
It was
They
coming.
could.
I didn't realise Bellingham had Irish.
Yeah, you know, Irish
the other
access to
two.
that. He has, yeah.
I think it's
So
Dan.
we'd have been in the semi-final of the World Cup then if we had those 3.
And bring Pat Jennings back.
But
He
the 3
wouldn't
may be
palm-
playing on their own.
He wouldn't be palming it out all the time.
Yeah, and
So no, it's really interesting, and I think that's it's like the one of the teams that played. I'm not sure who it was, but it may be the team that Dick Advocaat coached. But they were all Dutch players.
Yeah. That Cape Verde team, most of those are Dutch.
Yeah. So it's an interesting. There's something like between I want to say in excess of 400 players
yeah,
are playing for different countries than their country of their birth.
you're right. McAllister could have played for Ireland as well.
Yeah.
There you go. So,
Or
anyway,
Scotland.
we're still thinking.
Yeah. Right.
Anyway, from Devon and Joe and myself, we'll see you all here next Monday night. We'll be all hoarse.
By the way, just to let you know, I'll be in Limerick next week.
Oh, good. What day?
I'm leaving tomorrow.
Tomorrow is Tuesday.
Yeah, I arrive on Wednesday and I'm leaving the following Wednesday.
So we'll have liver and chips, will we?
Well, yeah, we will. Yeah. Hey, I'm going down to Donkey Fords for fish and chips.
Right, okay. We'll rise up to that.
Let
Yeah.
me know what day. I might fly over just for the liver and chip.
No. Come on for the night.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right, Joe, look forward to seeing you, buddy. Okay. So from Joe, Devon, and myself, we'll meet again next Monday night. It's coming home.